So not too long ago, I did a video on 10 fragrances that would make a perfect signature scent for you. And what a signature scent is basically is something that you can wear every single day for any situation. It's your signature scent. It's the thing that people are going to know you by. Every time they smell that, they're going to think of you. You know, there's a certain criteria that you have to meet in order to have something that can hold up to that type of usage, and I went over 10 of them. It wasn't necessarily my 10 signature scents, they were just ones that would work perfectly for that, giving you guys some options to choose from. But today we're looking at my personal signature scents, or at least some of them, ones that I do wear on a consistent basis. You know, these are ones that it's not like I just wear it every so often, once in a blue moon and here and there. That wouldn't be a signature scent. Obviously, I have enough to choose from that I can keep a very steady variety all the time, and I have enough to wear something completely different for every day of the year, right? But these are ones that I do get a lot of use out of and that I would consider to be kind of my signature scent, so to speak. I'll drop some links to these down below if you are interested in picking any of them up for yourself. I also have a mailing list you can sign up to if you're on the hunt for some of the best deals on fragrances that you can possibly get. Well, you're in luck because I am too, and each time something really good comes into a stock for a great price, or just something rare, hard to find, discontinued becomes available, I send out an email to my mailing list subscribers. So if you want to get in on that, it's the first link down below. Let's get things kicked off with Acqua di Gio Eau de Parfum. So this one here is one that I hit heavily in the summer last year, spring, summer, all of that good stuff going into fall. And I got a lot of use out of it. So much so that I already have another bottle of it. I didn't burn through the first bottle, just so we're clear, but I do have a backup bottle of it already. And these are really, really versatile. Pretty much the whole entire line. Profumo, which is very much an obvious choice. You guys know that is definitely a signature scent. Wanted to change it up a little bit. And Profondo is another one that is also worn heavily by myself. I love it. Also have multiple bottles of that one too. In the summertime, it works great. But the Eau de Parfum especially, I really connected with a lot, and I know this year is going to be no different. I'm going to be wearing this one a lot as we ramp up into the upcoming summer months. And to be honest with you, you could easily pull this one off in spring as well. I love how this smells, great versatility out of it, great mass appeal, decent performance. When it's all said and done, this one packs a lot of value. Next up, we're checking out something that is a little bit different, maybe not what you would expect, but one that I've been using a lot lately, to the point where I can see myself really kind of sticking with this one for years to come in terms of just kind of seasonal, what I would be using it for. I've already been enjoying it a lot. I think it's a great scent that I'm going to continue to wear and give a lot of attention. It's Brioni EDP. So it's got grapefruit, musk, and ambroxan in here. Now, this one is different than the Eau de Parfum and the Eau de Parfum Intense. It's going to be the freshest one. And you can probably tell that by just looking at the bottle. And when you see the notes, that also kind of confirms that. So it's going to be best suited for the really, really hot days, okay? It smells fantastic, though, because it's kind of a unique, different take on your typical summertime spring scent, if that makes sense. You know, this is going to give you a little bit of a variety, something unique, something different, and I like it for that reason. I've been really impressed with these Brioni scents. They really offer a lot of quality, a lot of uniqueness, at a pretty decent price as well. And they're bringing something new and exciting to the community, in my opinion, and this is one of them. Next up, we have kind of a tie, but you'll understand why in a minute. It's essentially Dior Homme, so the original, or Dior Homme Original, literally. So yeah, basically the Iris Dior Homme is a signature scent of mine. I love it. I've got the original right here, which is gonna be the one that you would likely purchase now if you were to try to buy one, because, you know, the Dior Homme right here, you know, this OG, but it's not original. It's going to be very expensive, harder to find, that sort of thing. So I've got backups of this. I just have one. Actually, I do think I have two of the original. Don't ask me why. But I love this DNA. I wear it all the time. And again, these are interchangeable to me. I really have no preference between them. Are there subtle differences? Yeah, a little bit. Not enough to where I would recommend you to go out and seek, you know, the vintage I guess is how you would call it. Just get whichever one you could get for a better price if you're interested. But I love this DNA. You know, I love Dior Homme Intense. I love the sweet irises as well. But this kind of fresher Dior Homme smell is really, really pleasant. It's more versatile, and there's something about it that just connects with me. I love this stuff. I love wearing it. Next up, another one that is going to be no surprise at all. I wear this stuff heavily, especially in the spring and summertime. I completely shelve it in the fall and winter months. Every now and then I'll find myself picking up the bottle and sneaking a sniff off the atomizer. In fact, I do that quite often, but I really try to not wear it when it's cold outside. I try to save this one for the summer and late spring because I like making those memories with it, and I don't want to taint the existing memories that I already have with this one. I like the summertime feel that this one gives me and that it reminds me of. And it's Roja Parfums Elysium. So, you know, I've been very vocal about my love for this one on the channel. It's been featured a lot. You can see by the looks of this bottle that, yeah, it's running a little bit low. I also have had a 10 ml decant that I completely ran through. That was kind of my travel decant for a while until I burnt it up. And then this became, and still is, my travel bottle. That's why, I don't know if you could tell, but it's pretty scratched up. I've got others that, you know, are much fuller than this. And I have the Parfum version as well, which I also really like. But generally, I actually find myself wearing the Parfum cologne more. Works out great because it's more affordable. $290 retail for 100 ml. The Parfum is like $485 for 50 ml. There's a heavy difference in the price per ml there. Ultimately, I think for most of you guys, you're just better off getting the Parfum cologne. Don't stress about trying to get the extra Parfum. It really isn't going to be worth it in a lot of cases unless you're a true enthusiast about this stuff like I am. It's their take on a blue scent, but it's done the Roja way. The quality is impeccable. It does bring a unique kind of different feel to the DNA overall. It's a great compliment getter. It's one of my fiance's all-time favorite scents on me. Great versatility, and also this has good performance on me. Not everyone is so lucky, but for me, it has always worked great. Next up, we have Loam EDP Extreme by Guerlain. Now this one's got plum, almond, tobacco in here. Another one that I had to have a backup bottle of, so you know, you'll find to kind of see a trend here with a lot of these. You know, I do really like to have that secure feeling of just having another one on hand. In this case, this can be hard to pick up a lot of times, and so I wanted to make sure that if there was any chance it was going to be discontinued, I would have another one, or if it was just going to be super limited to find for a long period of time, that I would have another one ready to go. If this bottle were to get broken, if, you know, I were to lose it or whatever, and later on down the line, if I were to burn through the entire thing, I've just got another one to go. I like having that security. So a lot of these, you'll see that trend where I've got multiples. I'm not saying that everyone should go out and buy a bunch of backup bottles. That's just how I like to do stuff, and I have a lot of backup bottles of things. I love this one. It's one of my favorites in the line. I think the plum tobacco almond combination makes this one incredibly unique. I love the Eau de Parfum as well. It's also one of my favorites. If I had to pick one though, it would be the Extreme. Beautiful scent. It's perfect for wintertime. And this one has also really grown on me a lot. Ralph's Club Parfum. So I really like the Eau de Parfum as well, and that's, you know, the originator of the line. However, I do like the Parfum better. It's richer, it's stronger, it is a true parfum here, not only in just the concentration obviously, but also how it wears and how it smells. The delivery is of that of a parfum. It is a little bit more refined, a little bit more smooth, rich, full-bodied. You know, this DNA is still not going to be super, super unique, and it is going to be kind of a boring one for a lot of people who are looking for something unique, right? I have things that are unique. Often I'm just gravitating towards something that I can pick up and spray on and be good to go and have minimal thought put into it. That's kind of how I am. I'm pretty spontaneous when it comes to my fragrance choice for the day or for the evening if we're going out. There's so much down here, I just don't want to dwell on it. I don't want to stress about it. Oftentimes I find Ralph's Club Parfum coming in clutch. I pick it up, I spray it on, and I'm set. I really like this one. I think it's the one to get between the two. It's a great scent. Next up is another one where it could be a tie of a bunch of different things. I'll explain it here in a minute, but it's Xerjoff Naxos. It's all about the honey, the tobacco, and vanilla in here as well, tonka bean. Now, this could be tied with a few different things. You have Insurrection Pure 2 by Rayon Tradition. You have Mugler's Pure Havane, and you have Paris Corner Veau Elegante. Those are all things that smell very similar to this. Clones, okay? And I wear a lot of those as well. So it could just be whatever because I really like those alternatives. The Mugler is the one that I wear the least because it's discontinued. I do wear it from time to time, but I find myself saving it more often than not. The other two clones I wear significantly more. They are much more affordable than both the Mugler and especially this one as well. And they're fantastic, by the way. Really, really good, especially if you're on a budget and you don't want to spend, on discounters in the $200 range for this one. Sometimes it'll show up for like $180, but it sells out really quick when it does. But ultimately, this DNA in general is one that I wear a lot, and I find myself kind of setting this one back and going for the clone sometimes. Sometimes I will kind of splurge and wear this one as well, but in general, this DNA is one that I really enjoy a lot and that I utilize quite often. And this next one is perfect for this time of year that we're in right now, kind of going into, middle of April here coming up. Artisan Pure by John Varvatos. It's a great orange, clementine, petitgrain, citrus scent. It just smells like the great outdoors when things are thawing out and coming to life in spring. I mean, that's really what this is all about. Warm weather is on the horizon. Everything is just, starting to look pretty outside again after being dead and gray and all winter long. So this is one that during this time of year, like right now, I wear a lot. It's crisp, it's clean, it's refreshing, it's uplifting. There's something that just puts me in a good mood every time I smell this one. And that's something that I don't think will ever change. I can see myself wearing this for years to come. Also, the price on this is finally reasonable. It's finally more of a John Varvatos price scent. I can remember, if not last year, the year before, this was going for like $60, $65 on discounters for 125 ml, which is still a decent price for what you get. I think that's fair. I would have no problem paying it. But now you can get it for around 30 to 35. That is much more of a normal price for fragrances from this brand. And so it's cool to see that finally it's down to that normal level. It took a long time to get there. It was at the 60, 65, even 70 for the longest time. Now it's affordable and much easier to get. Last niche scent for this video, it's Acqua Ventus. I mean, I have so many bottles of this. For people who know my collection, you've seen it. You know that I have a ton of it. This is one of my newer bottles. Let's see if I can get a batch code here. A 19Z01N, so not brand new, but newer. I've already got a decent little dent in it, nothing crazy. I've got many others. I buy a new bottle almost every year. I kind of stopped for a while, but now I'm going to continue doing that just so I can have a nice collection built up of different batches, different year releases. I've got some 2016s, I've got some 2017s, put some pretty heavy dents in those. I'm more conservative with those now, and I'm trying to wear through my newer stuff more just to save those old ones for nostalgia reasons and things of that nature. I bought the new metal cap version, which I haven't worn a ton of yet. I kind of am putting that one back to let it age a little bit more and just to see where it's at. But I wear this stuff heavily. Almost every time I go out, I just end up kind of grabbing this one, for an evening out or something like that, something kind of special. This is one of my go-tos. Very much a signature scent for me. Every now and then I'll throw a cologne on, have no problem doing it. Those are especially useful and attractive to me when it's going to be a situation where I'm not going to be out that long and maybe I'm going to come home and shower afterwards. It's just going to be worn for a short section of the day. I'm not going to waste my Ventus on that, even though I have a ton of it, enough to last a lifetime. I'll throw on a cologne, no problem there. But for evenings out, I just generally go with this one. It's a great confidence boost for me. I love this stuff. Last up for this one, Rocus Mustache Eau de Parfum. Now, a new clone is on the market. Latafa Alhambra, The Tux. And I think dollar for dollar, currently that's the best clone on the market. Now, it did just come out, so it can't be a signature scent for me yet because I haven't gotten to wear it as much yet because it just came out, or at least I just got it recently. Maybe it's been out a little bit longer than I think, but it's a newer addition to my collection. That being said, Mustache, I've had in my collection for a while. I've worn it a lot. You've seen it in the fall lists the past few years here. very much a signature scent for me, and it's YSL Tuxedo themed with a little bit of a twist, less patchouli, more focused on vanilla, benzoin, pink pepper. It's kind of how this one goes. I think the Tux is closer overall. It's much more affordable. Probably the one to get if you want just as close to Tuxedo as you can get. But again, we're talking about my signature scents here, and this one definitely is. I'm sure at some point the Tux might work its way in and be my signature instead, but in the meantime, this is kind of where this one is, but I still love it. And I'm sure I'll always kind of go back to this one if I want a more vanilla-focused version of that scent DNA. I love this stuff as well. It's more affordable now, right around $50. Great presentation, great quality, great performance, great smell. I love it. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for me. 10 of my personal signature scents that I love to wear and I get a lot of use out of, and I think that are amazing to have around. And I think that you guys would probably like a lot of these as well. Links will be down below. Deals will be going out to my mailing list subscribers as well if you are interested. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.